So 15, text 17. Uttama Purushastva Anyaha Parmat Meti Udharataha Yo Lokatrayam Avishya Bibharti Avyaya Ishvaraha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. So in the previous verse, we read that there are two types of living entities, those who are in the material world and those who are in the spiritual world. But besides these two types of living entities, there is the greatest Supreme Lord, the greatest living entity. That's Krishna Himself. And what is He doing? He's maintaining everybody who's in this material world, or everyone who's in the spiritual world is being maintained by the Lord. There is not one living entity who can say, I am not being maintained by the Lord. You know, well, we can say that, but that's not the fact. Even the great devotees, even the demigods, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Narad Muni, they all proclaim that, yes, Krishna, you are maintaining us. The idea of this verse is very nicely expressed in the Katha Upanishad 2.2.13 and the Shveteshvatara Upanishad 6.13. It is clearly stated there that above the innumerable living entities, some of whom are conditioned and some of whom are liberated. So conditioned means like us who are in this material world. We are conditioned by the modes of nature. We are conditioned by our forgetfulness. We are conditioned thinking that we are the body, not the soul. So those are us. And then some of whom are liberated. Liberated means they are liberated from this body. They don't think they are the body. They exist in their true spiritual forms. There is the Supreme Personality who's Paramatma. So beyond these two types of living entities, there is Krishna. Krishna, who also has an expansion of Paramatma. The Upanishadic verse runs as follows. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. So the purport is that amongst all the living entities, both conditioned and liberated, there is one supreme living personality, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who maintains them and gives them all the facility of enjoyment according to different work. So all the facility that we have here, all that we see that we want to enjoy, all that we want to eat, our whatever things that we want to do, everything is given by Krishna. The facility to enjoy is also given by Krishna in a body. Otherwise, we can see there are some people, in spite of having everything, they're not able to move. Their bodies can't move. You know, why is it? They have hands, they have legs, they have eyes, ears, nose, but they can't move. They have to lie down like a vegetable. How come? All facilities given by Krishna. That Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. A wise man who can understand Him is eligible to attain perfect peace, not others. So we are all wanting to be peaceful. We all say we have so much tension, we have so much anxiety, so much disturbance, so much frustration, so much depression. I want to be peaceful. How to get peaceful? So how to get peaceful? If we just try to understand Krishna, and we will get peace, not others. If we try to find peace in this material world, we won't be able to find it because it doesn't exist. We have to find a thing where it exists. If we want to find water in the desert, will we be able to find it? No, a desert has only sand. Only if you go to the oasis, there you will find water. You have to go to the ocean, you'll find unlimited water there. You have to. So over here, if we are trying to find peace in the material world, we will never find it because it doesn't exist. It's only in relation with Krishna. When we see this material world in relation with Krishna, then we can be peaceful. So anything and everything, if we see in relation with Krishna, that will give us joy and happiness. and bliss. Is that okay? Any comments, questions? Anything to add on? No? So, do you all want to stop here or continue? Because if we read this, we won't be able to finish the full verse.
I think we can stop here. It's
Yeah.
okay. We
Yeah.
can do it tomorrow. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but you're right that he's so merciful.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Krishna is all merciful, all giving. We should just try to acknowledge him. Here we are not wanting to acknowledge. We think everything is given, is created by me, or it was just a big bang and suddenly everything is provided. No, it is Krishna who's giving. We just have to acknowledge him, be grateful. Thank you, Krishna, you're giving me so much. You're maintaining me. Our children, we do so much for our children. And if they just acknowledge, they say, thank you. Thank you, my dear father. Thank you, my dear mother. We feel so happy. But if the child says, oh, you didn't do anything, I created everything by myself, we feel sad. Although Krishna is not looking for, he's not bothered. He's happy. But it's because we get purified. We can be situated in the truth. It's for our benefit if we can acknowledge Krishna. So we can be, if we become honest, we just have to become honest. The reason that we don't want to acknowledge Krishna is because we want to enjoy Krishna's property by offering it to him. That's why we say there's no God. We say there is no God just so we can enjoy all his property without offering anything to him and say, oh, all this belongs to me. That's the reason. Okay, so
Yeah, thank you. This was so beautiful what you said. That if our children they don't acknowledge, we feel sad. So but Krishna even doesn't feel that.
Yeah, he
He
doesn't.
doesn't, yeah, he doesn't want that also.
Yeah. It's only
Wow.
when we get purified when we acknowledge him. We will be situated in the truth. We will be honest then.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. We stop here. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.